Good morning, Falcons. We're your hosts, Gavin, Landon, and Alec. Grab a snack and get ready for our 85th episode of FNN.
Today's show is an exciting set of segments brought to you by the 2030 film class.
Let's go to the movies. In this segment, me and Alec interview the owner of Okotoks Cinemas to see what really goes on behind the projector. After, we'll be rolling down memory lane with Gavin's piece on the Millennium Lanes.
I'm Amber Wigg, and I'm the general manager of Okotoks Cinemas. There's no day that's really typical. This past week has been a little bit slower, so we've had an opportunity to do, some upkeep and things around here. Again, we're going to get really busy with Minecraft, so that day is going to see us making a lot of popcorn, doing a lot of sweeping because popcorn gets everywhere, and just making sure that our customers are happy and maintaining all of our show times. I would say the biggest challenge running the movie theater is the different movies that we have. Is some movies do really well, other movies don't. So we have a lot of ups and downs in the movie theater. For example, March was a really tough month for us. We had movies like Mickey 17 and Novocaine, which a lot of people didn't come out to see. And then we have Snow White, which we're starting to build up more people seeing. And we have Minecraft coming this weekend. So we're expecting a lot of people for that. So lots of ups and downs, busy and slow for this kind of business. Okay, my favorite movie is A Day After Tomorrow. I kind of like those end of the world movies, and that's my favorite one. I could watch that any day of the week. The genre of movie that does the best at Okotoks Cinemas is family type movies. We get a lot of families that are happy to stay in town. They don't want to go into the big city. So those do really, really well, as well as the action movies. The Marvel movies did really good for a time. Movies that do really, really bad here are horror movies. So we typically don't get those, and we let people go into Calgary to see those. I would say an impact that we have on the community is that we do support adults that are differently abled, and we do Foothills Advocacy in Motion comes here to clean our theaters. We have them in here every day, and they can bring in new people with their organization to come and learn how to do different job skills, and that works really well for them. We also have them work behind the counter. Something else we do for the community is a lot of organizations do silent auctions and things like that, so we give a lot of tickets and popcorn away for silent auctions. So COVID-19 was really tough. We knew we were in a bit of a do or die situation when we had to close our doors. Things were already going downhill. Like we hadn't had a lot of people coming in. Our seats were really old. And so COVID-19 was when we decided we needed to make a big change. And that's when we did our seat fundraiser, got the new recliners in, and then after COVID, when they started making more movies, that's when we started to see more people come back to the movies, and we're super grateful for that, and that Okotoks is starting to come to the movies again.
So it started, if I remember right, because I wasn't here right from the start. They opened in October of 1999. Dave Robinson was the one that opened it. It was his dream to have a bowling alley, and he managed to do it. The impact that it would have on the community, I would think, is just the camaraderie, like with our leagues. Majority of the people have bowled here for many, many years. Like there's been some have bowled almost since the time that it opened. So yeah, and you just keep going, and so it's just lifelong friends, and yeah. The best game I think I've ever bowled was, here, I think it was a 386 here was the best game I ever bowled. Ways that have changed. 11 years ago, we did lose Dave. His wife has kept it on, so it is still in the original family. But things have changed in the way with COVID and stuff like that. It really, it did impact us because a lot of people still are iffy about doing public things. What are the challenges of managing a bowling alley? Just what's happening now, you never know what your day is going to bring. It can look like on the reservation screen, it's going to be completely dead, and within half an hour of opening up, everything can fill up. So that's usually the hardest. favorite aspect of a bowling alley is just, I guess, the interaction with the community and just getting to know different people.
Next segment up is an amazing animation delicately woven through pure blood and tears. This animation is a mind-boggling experience of a small lizard finding its way through the malarkey-filled world in order to obtain his one desire, his hat.
Next up, Kyle, Georgie, and Asher take a road trip down to Banff to show the beauty of the first Canadian National Park.
In my eyes, Kyle is more beautiful than any park I've ever seen.
Hey guys, welcome to Banff National Park, home to Canada's first national park in the country. We're in Banff at the old Shandrick House. Dad, what do you think most about living in Banff?
Well, actually, I was born in Banff. We lived in Lake Louise for 7 years, and then my dad got a transfer to Banff. So we actually lived in this house. It was much more convenient for us because for the first year we actually had to ride the school bus from Lake Louise to Banff. And once we moved here, it was great because the school was only a block away. The elementary school was a block away, and then the high school was about 4 blocks away. So it was very convenient. There was lots of things to do here, whereas Lake Louise, we didn't have much. There's the skating rink. There's lots of fishing in the area. We did a lot of fishing, canoeing, skiing in the wintertime, snowshoeing. There's so much to do in the Banff area, and it's just a beautiful place to live.
Welcome to Lookout's Corner. I'm Kyle Shandrick, standing right behind the Banff Springs Hotel. My family's been out here for 3 generations, and this place is special in our family because of the mountains, the trees, just the nature of, getting to experience and live and have this in our backyard. And I think we kind of take that for granted, like some city folks. All right, best shots in the park, I gotta say, are obviously Morant's Curve, Storm Lookout, Castle Mountain. We'll check that out later on. And of course, right behind me, the Banff Springs Hotel. One of the best shots in the park. Welcome to Lake Louise. We are standing in front of the railway station. I'm here with my father. What did this place make famous for you in your life here?
Well, this is actually where I spent the first 7 years of my life. My father was actually the section foreman for CP Rail. So early in the 60s, there was just the one track through here, and we used to actually play in the area just behind us. Our house was right across from the train station, so as the trains went by, day or night, you could actually hear them, and as the trains went by, it would vibrate everything. All our groceries were actually brought in from Banff, and we actually used to pick them up from the train station here and pull them back in the wintertime on sleighs back to our house. All right.
What a beautiful place. Now for a more sentimental destination. Here's Aiden, Jameson, and Fletcher at All Through the House.
We basically took over from a previous owner. Started at the other location in Okotoks in a little old like on the main street for I think 3-4 years, and then moved to this location. And then since she relocated the location, I was being here as a customer here when she was the previous owner was having this shop. And then I love how she make a little shop in here. That's one of my favorite part of the shop. And then and then we just expand into new area here, and then keep make kind of same kind of inspiration that she made as a little shop in the up front. We provide the vintage stuff and the antique stuff, especially for the young generation. It is a part of your kind of the history that they can kind of think about how the Canada developed, or how we been go through in the past with your the parents or grandparents. And and then if they can kind of discuss with your parents or grandpa what they see here, and then there's some kind of stuff that they can think about, those all the old histories or the nostalgia things.
That was breathtaking. Now, let's watch Will and Mike play with some balls. Tennis balls, basketballs, dodgeballs, Mike can juggle them all.
These are the different types of jugglings and their ratings.
Forward walking juggling, 3 out of 10. Backward walking juggling, 4 out of 10. Classic juggle with a twist, 6 out of 10. Dodgeball juggling, 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Basketball juggling, 9 out of 10. And look at that shot! Woohoo! This next one's a little complicated. First, you'll need a friend. Then, make a wicked handshake. Then, get to juggling. 7 out of 10. segment. Today, I'm here with Colton. Colton, do you know how to juggle? Nope. Would you like to learn? Yep. Alright, well, I'm going to show you a few basic steps. Step number 1. Throw this ball up in the air once. Now, nice. Now, throw this ball up afterwards. Throw this ball to this hand and then throw this ball up. Whoa, nicely done. Oh, now just throw in that extra ball and then catch it. So just do those 2 steps and then throw this ball after. Will, like this? Oh, I like where your head's at. Try going like this. Oh, I see.
I understand it now.
Superb juggling skills, guys. Next up, we have a piece by Declan, Nick, and Callie that provides some insight into the things that the library can offer. Hint, it's more than just books.
The Okotoks Library offers some things you already may expect, like books. But what else do they have to offer? Walking into the building, the first thing you will see, well, are books. Being a library, they have many books to offer, like comic books or history books. But the library isn't just for books. It's also for events. These events are for all age groups, so that you may feel more comfortable with others. There are certain parts of the library that are for specific age groups, so that you may find books that you find interesting. Or use the reserved space for studying. These sections within the library allow you to find things you've been searching for more easily. Some things that you may not expect from a library are audiobooks, for those people that may not be so much into reading as others. And if you need a break, you can even play some board games with some other people. But that's not the end of it. On the website, there's a whole bunch of resources that you can use. For example, arts and craft instructional videos, including drawing, painting, sewing, knitting, crocheting, quilting, baking, and if arts and crafts aren't your thing, there's a ton of music there as well.
Well, folks, that's a wrap on our show today on FNN. This FNN was brought to you by all the fantastic and amazing 2030 film students.
Thanks for joining us,
And have a Falcon good day.